welcome to a brand new episode of Black, White, and Red All Over. I'm Victor Dandridge.
Ryan Seymour.
Dude, I am feeling fresh and crispy coming from San Diego Comic-Con.
Yeah, which following you on Instagram and also on the Facebooks and the Twitters. Yeah, there's some pretty
there's some things.
Yeah.
Some wonderful things. I had a good time. I'm not gonna lie. Although I do gotta pause for just a second, little slight moment of sadness. Gotta give a shout out to John Schnepp, who passed away. I would say unexpectedly.
Yeah, it was very sudden.
Yes. He was a friend of the show. We read Slayer, which I mean, well, you read Slayer because obviously.
Well, I mean, he contributed to so many things. Like on the comic side,
right?
He brought us the documentary.
Yes,
not just the Slayer comic, but the documentary about the death of that Superman movie, which is an amazing watching if you haven't watched it.
Come on, The Death of Superman Lives is one of the greatest like documentaries that you can watch at any given time. And he was a nice guy. Like we brought him to Wizard World Comic Con Columbus. I got to be on some panels with him. He was definitely a cool guy. And he will certainly be missed. One time for his family. If you guys don't know about him, look up on Collider. He was a very active guy there. He had a show called Heroes. Check out old episodes and understand why the industry mourns the loss of this guy. So,
and if you're a fan of metal, like I am, if you've watched 2 episodes of the show, he was the director of Metalocalypse. It was amazing, and also several videos by Exodus and other bands. So
he was awesome. Yeah, absolutely awesome. But on that note. He would want us to continue our geek revelry, and so we are going to. This was a big week. What in the heck?
I thought I edited myself.
I mean,
like, I'm counting. Like, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we only put 5 on.
Yeah, we're only supposed to put 5 on. I literally read 8 books.
Yeah,
and I had to edit 2, and that was hard. And then there was stuff that like Jeremy's like, "Hey, did you read this?" I'm like, "That came out! Ah,
dang
it!"
Yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna have like an honorable mention.
Yeah,
mentioned honorably list.
I'm gonna have. I won't be able to tweet out once with like these are the books. It was like there's gonna be 2 tweets because I can't fit them all in.
These are the other ones that I read that we didn't put on the show because we ran out of time. Yeah. So what we've got are 2 of the same.
Yes.
And then 1 that's different.
Yep.
Where do you want to start?
I feel like Doomsday Clock has the most we can talk about.
True. So you want to save it or start there?
Let's save it.
Okay.
I think
We can wait on that. We can wait on that one. Actually, I want to go, and this was a request by Danny. Let's go Mr. and Mrs. X #1.
Yeah.
We got Kelly Thompson on writing and Oscar
Basadula?
I knew I was going to mess that up. Basadula. There we go. I don't even think I said it right that time after you said it with
confidence.
I tried, though. I tried.
Confidence. Confidence is a smile.
Basadula. There we go.
Got me a Zima when I was 16, so confidence.
Not bad. Yeah. Not bad. So this is following the the wedding of Gambit and Rogue after what was that, X-Men
30.
Was it gold or blue? Which
gold
color
30.
Was it? Gold 30. Yep. Okay. I lost which color. There's so many colors.
Blue, gold,
red.
Chartreuse.
Mauve. X-Men Ecru.
Yeah.
So X-Men Gold #30, where we just knew that Kitty Pryde and Colossus were going to get married. Yeah. Oops, nope, psych.
Plot twist.
Psych your mind, booty shine.
They don't actually. Catwoman leaves Colossus
she Selena Kyled him, and instead Gambit steps up and proposes to Rogue.
Yeah,
and it's such a wonderful thing.
Yeah, it is.
Long-awaited romance, man. I mean, they've been doing this dance for a long time.
Decades.
Whew.
Yeah.
This is a very cute, heartfelt, dirty book. Listen.
Like the first part of it, I'm like, okay, I can see like hooking my kids up with it.
Right?
And then
that one panel, I'm glad that it's explained that it's tickling.
Yes.
I did not think that's what that was.
Yeah.
Kelly, Oscar, y'all be on that. Yeah. I mean, you're not wrong. Listen, as long as Gambit has been chasing her, and I don't think they ever have.
Yeah.
Boy, wanting.
A lot of tickling. a lot of tickling.
But what's great though is that this is like a fun sort of crazy adventure. Like it's steeped in X-Men lore.
Yes.
But it's that fun X-Men stuff.
Yeah.
Where it was just happening.
Yeah, because they get sent out
on
a mission from the middle of something else.
Totally in the middle of something else.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be like a very happy time.
Yeah.
And then they got work to do.
Yeah. It was a super fun fight. And then a plot twist end.
Yes. Considering the recent history of some of those characters, I'm really curious as to what's going to happen.
Right.
So this was a fun title. Yeah. it wasn't one that I was really looking for initially.
Yeah, it's one that I picked up just because it was #1, and I know that Marvel had marketed it very strangely. Like the first 2 issues, it was just like a secret. It was called Classified or something like that. So I'm ordering blind initially, and
then all of a sudden,
it turns out to be fun.
This is a great book.
Yeah.
Again, save it for the adults.
Yes. Yeah. That middle sequence,
just a little. Look, Bruce Wayne really is mad at y'all right now. He's like, that could have been me.
This could have been Batman 51.
It could have, but it ain't.
Mr. Freeze. Like,
that's so many dirty jokes right there. I'm just gonna let that ride. But no, this was a good book. I was really pleased. I started off my read pile with that one, and it just kind of maintained a bar. Sometimes you start off with something where you're not really sure, and so then you ride a wave and it's good. That was one I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it was pretty solid. That was like middle of my reading because I was like, let's see what happens.
Right.
And I was very pleasantly surprised. It was a very, very fun, positive book.
Right.
While some of the stuff I was reading was really darkish.
Normal.
Yes.
What you're saying.
Yes, very normal.
Okay.
Normal for me.
Normal for you, definitely. Speaking of normal for you, what else did you read, sir?
Well, my off book there was Valiant Comics, Britannia. It follows. It's the 3rd volume in a series of books where it's this person who's kind of like a detective,
right?
Kind of. I mean, the best way to describe it. In ancient Rome during Nero's reign,
right?
And it takes place in a history that's very similar to ours, except for that supernatural things do happen. So, like one of the.
I mean, that's not necessarily not what happens for us.
Yeah.
Or maybe it is.
Yeah. And it's like the first 2 volumes are really cool. It's like one of them was there was a demon that he ended up stopping and whatnot. This one, it's starting off just brutal. Like how Roman legions would carry these, like the giant like golden eagles.
Yeah.
There is a battle that takes place in a German forest, and 3 of them are lost. So Nero is just like, hey, dude, that's like solve these other crimes. Go get those back.
Wow.
Yeah, and he's trying to do his best detective work. The higher ranking families in Rome don't tend to like what he's looking for.
No.
Yeah, it's weird, like corruption with
in
the rich
Rome?
and powerful.
No,
and even if it did, there's like no way it would repeat itself.
No,
but yeah, we're looking at you. Yeah, it's really cool. I dug it a lot. Yeah. Art's cool.
That's
Peter
awesome.
Milligan is the writer.
Oh,
so and it's a very grounded Peter Milligan,
which is good. Which is good. Peter's been writing the whole series. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I have the first trade, and I really like that one. It was really good.
Really good stuff.
Art is beautiful.
Yeah.
Art is really beautiful. So I took on Action Comics 1001.
And that's by Mr. Bendis.
Brian Michael Bendis and Pat Gleason on art, which I like Pat's work a lot. Like I really liked his stuff on Batman and Robin when he was doing it. It's got this really cool line quality that I just adore.
Yeah.
This one we're picking up like all the different parts and pieces of what Bendis has been building, and I think it's really interesting the way that they're melding the Man of Steel stuff, the Superman stuff, and now Action Comics all together. So it's all one big storyline, which gives Bendis like a lot of room to tell as wide of a story as he wants to, which is perfect for him. But we get into kind of this interesting sort of introduction to a cabal of sorts. Yes. And if you guys have been looking at Comic Book Resources or Newsarama, one of them, I actually announced that what this essentially is going to build up to is essentially Superman's getting his own Court of Owls.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. That's right. Scott Snyder vitalized the Batman mythos by interjecting this group of like high-class individuals that have always been there, lurking in the shadows and doing stuff, and Batman didn't even know. So to have this set up for Superman, that's going to be an interesting thing. Very, very interesting. And we get a new villain. Don't know much about her, but she ain't playing. I'll tell you that much. It's good times. It's good times.
Very nice.
So yeah, that's a good one. Doomsday Clock,
which does dovetail nicely with the Court of Owls,
right? Right. Oh my goodness. Let me be. Can I be honest? Can I be 100?
Be honest. Yeah.
I was almost ready to write off Doomsday Clock. It's been so long.
So long in between issues, and it's been very dry. Is not the word,
right?
But it's
very slow.
Yes, very slow.
Yeah. What got me was the fact that this was going to be about Marionette and Mime.
Yeah.
I was already like, okay, I will give it for them.
Yeah. Their like origin, their interactions with Joker.
There are people that put up posts that talk about Joker and Harley, and they're like, ooh, life goals, love goals.
Yeah, there was always like that one picture of them hugging or something. You're like, oh,
the one time that he's right.
Yeah.
No.
This
is love.
This
is real love, true love. Yeah. If your man ain't like this, if your lady isn't like this,
they're just casually dating.
I don't care how long you've been together.
Yeah. The thing is, this isn't even like joking or
no.
Like
this is dead serious.
Actually in love.
They adore one another. In a way where the level of sacrifice that is willing to be doled out at any given time.
Any moment.
Man.
Yeah, because that sequence, and then because the way that there's a particular sequence where they're trying to make a choice on how to do something.
Yes.
And it's offset by a flashback.
Yes.
Which is part of like what really kicked them off as
a team, if you will.
And it's just amazing.
It's so good.
And
it's so good. I'm almost disappointed that arguably this could be something that does not carry over into the regular DCU.
Right.
I'm so worried because the powers that be, I'm sure, would not want to diminish the Harley Joker relationship, but this one is so much better.
This issue altogether was just amazing. It was well paced. Like it drug you along very quickly.
Yes.
The flashbacks, the way Joker was written, like
oh man,
crazy, but in that like manic.
It's manic, but not like you know that he's fully aware of what he's doing.
Yes,
he's 100% aware.
Yeah, there's a weird lucidness to
to it's not quite what Tom King is doing. It's something else, but it still works.
Right.
Still works.
Well, DC advertised there's 3 Jokers.
And Jeff Johns is writing that.
Yeah,
so
this has to be one of them. And it's oh my God. I kind of wish that this was a pocket universe that DC could keep going back to. Because the way the Riddler.
Yeah, oh man.
That moment, dude, I felt so bad for him.
He had a plan.
Yeah.
And then that plan was taken from him.
Yeah.
Flat out.
Yeah.
Taken.
The comedian. The comedian being a comedian.
Listen, he was handling his business. He did what he needed to do.
Yeah.
It's very interesting though to see like the extra stuff and how that plays into the story. Really cool.
Yeah.
I mean, it's such a Watchmen-esque thing to do. It's kind of perfect.
And always read the stuff in the back.
Yes, that is not extra, superfluous. That stuff that is pertinent to the story at large, and even more so to the issue that you just read. Yeah. So definitely check that stuff out because this one's really short.
It felt short.
Yeah,
but that's because the pace was so well done.
Exactly, but it was so perfect in terms of its relevance to the story at hand.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know which one of the two I love more between Marionette or Mime. I'm not sure. I really don't know.
I don't know. Like there's a certain positive vibe I get from Marionette.
Right.
But there's just a very rock steady
devotion.
Yeah.
Like, that dude, I don't know which one I like more.
Right.
I mean, it's so how many times has he come to her rescue? But at the same time, she was never relegated to a damsel in distress.
Yeah.
Never.
Yeah.
Like, this is one of those things where, like, he's going to step in front of the bullet, but Lord, please, for your sake, don't pull that trigger. Because if she gets a hold of you...
Yeah. You're toast in so many bad ways.
It's over.
Yeah.
It is so over. And then they love each other so much.
I want them to find their kid.
Like, I really do. The kid is probably all kinds of crazy. What if their kid is another Joker?
I was wondering though, like, because I don't know. There's been a time difference between the Watchmen universe and
true.
Is the Joker their kid in that universe?
God. Please, I don't even know how to wrap my brain around that, but I'm gonna try. And if my nose starts bleeding, just go with it.
Just
okay,
follow along.
Good. The last time I felt this good about a book that was this late, Mark Miller wrote it.
Yeah,
not even joking. Whether it was Jupiter's Legacy. Whether it was the Ultimates, That's the feeling that I got from this, where it was like, oh my God, this thing is taking so long. Oh my God, this is why. And that's okay. Like
the quality is in there.
Yes, yes. So listen, creators, if you are going to make us wait for something, make it worthwhile. Make our wait really matter, because what you give us is so good that we understand exactly why it took this long. Otherwise,
if it's not, people will just scoop and they'll walk away.
Right.
And that's something that happens all too often.
Way too much. Way too much. Man, book of the week. I mean, obviously, Doomsday Clock was great.
Yes. There was a
Mr. and Mrs. came out of nowhere.
Yeah,
wasn't expecting.
It was real fun, but it was.
I don't know.
Oh, that's a toughie.
I don't know.
That's a toughie.
I really don't know, man.
Yeah. Why don't you guys hit us up? Write
Which one do you think?
In the comments below.
Yes.
Tweet at us. Let us know what you think, because this week is stupid good, and we're not even
in the honorable mentions yet.
Yeah,
we're not even there yet. Matter of fact, you know what? Let's do it. It's time for honorable mentions. All right, so we've got one that's the same.
Yeah, one's the same,
and then
one that's kind of linked, because you went with one color.
I did.
One I went with another color.
Nice. Well, then technically we can still say link, because we got AfterShock.
Yeah.
Let's see what we did there.
Yeah.
Okay, so where do you want to start?
Ooh. Why don't you tell? I'm a huge Amazing Spider-Man fan. I didn't get a chance to read this one yet. That was somehow not part of my initial 10.
So let me just say, y'all know I'm a fan of Invincible. Y'all know I've been lamenting since Invincible has ended earlier this year. I lament no longer. Ryan Ottley is bringing that same Invincible fun, but Nick Spencer has tapped into that Kirkman-esque like storytelling, dialogue, that whole thing, and brought it to Spider-Man. This is what we need. Like, this right here will be, okay, last time I felt this way about Spider-Man, it would have been Bendis' Ultimate X-Men run, or Ultimate Spider-Man run with Mark Bagley.
Yeah.
Or J. Michael Straczynski's run with John Romita Jr.
Yeah.
This is going to be a penultimate Spider-Man run.
Yes. It's got a different vibe.
Totally different vibe.
Than the slot run.
It's fun. It's fun. If they made this into an animated series, I would watch it every Saturday morning. I would get up early. I might put on pants. I might not. I don't know. Definitely bowls of cereals will be at. Yeah. Like, that's what it is. Where we are is coming off of the last issue where Peter Parker has been outed for plagiarism.
Yeah.
What? Because while Doc Ock was in control of him, he actually got his doctorate using one of Octavius's like papers.
Yeah.
Like a published Octavius paper, which to a degree is not plagiarism because it's Dr. Octavius who did it, but when submitted under Peter Parker's name, you can't do it.
Yeah, how do you explain that? Like,
yeah, you really can't. Like, listen, what had happened was
I was a Peter Parker meat suit, all right?
But the only reason why I can explain it is because I'm not supposed to tell you. Dang it. Yeah. So to make up for it, he has been re-enrolled into his college class and working with, as requested, Dr. Connors.
Oh.
Yes. And the whole point is this beautiful thing about second chances and all kinds of wonderfulness. There are things that happen here that is so perfect. It is so great. Read it. Love it. You will not be upset. The only thing you'll be upset about is the fact that there comes a point where the book ends.
Yeah. Then you just have to wait for issue 3.
It's worth it. It's absolutely worth it. Hit me with a walkthrough, please.
Speaking of an issue 3. All right. Garth Ennis continues. How to phrase it? I don't know if these people are in hell. All right, it's issue 3. Issue 1 and 2 are still out there. I think Diamond Comics still has them. So if your shop doesn't have them, please just ask.
I'm sorry. I need to
ask your shop to order them for you. So
this cover is not okay.
It's not, and it means something very not okay also happens in that particular book. So our two heroes, the two police officers who are hunting down the ring of child kidnappers, we'll go with that so YouTube doesn't censor us, are trying to figure out what's going on. They're aware that something not necessarily natural is happening, but they're not ready to make that leap yet. And we're still finding out stuff through flashbacks, because we don't know anything about them.
Right.
And the investigation, what's there. So we're fed even more, and it looks like there's some kind of not normal police investigative techniques that they've used in the past, but we don't know what yet.
Okay, all right.
They're like referencing stuff, but they're not coming out right and saying it, which has me really, really interested. And there's like a weird...
This is so creepy.
Yeah. There's someone is being interviewed, and there's a very weird phrase that's used by the person.
Right.
And it makes me... How to phrase it? There was that movie where this one person, like there was like 3 things they had to do before they gained like supernatural powers from the devil.
Okay.
I can't remember the name of that movie, but it was like, is this dude trying to do something like that?
Whoa.
So it's like, yeah, Garth Ennis is just...
Listen, it's Garth Ennis. You just go along for the ride.
You
don't try to predict anything.
Yeah.
I do feel like that is something that Frank Castle has done to someone.
Yeah, it's...
And possibly under the penmanship of Garth Ennis. So
probably. Plagiarism?
I just self-referential.
Self-referential.
Yeah. You can't. Yeah, he's not plagiarizing himself. Lord knows I wouldn't want him to come up and have a conversation with me about that statement because he's like, listen, you saw what I write.
Yeah, that's just what I'm allowed to put out.
Guess what I'll do to you? I'm like, I don't want it. He's like, I'll make your hands touch. I'm like, Speaking of AfterShock, Brothers Dracul #4. This one, okay, so it's Colin Bunn and Mirko. They are steady along with their storytelling here. This is one where, okay, based on this issue, this is kind of, I don't want to say like just moving the beats along, but it kind of is, because there's not anything specific that you need to know other than Dracul is not playing. Vlad is all about this business. Okay, he's daring the vampire to do things differently, and he's demanding it. There is a thing at the end. I tell you what, Colin Bunn, Tom King, y'all are all on some very emotional stuff recently. I need to understand what's going on in y'all's lives, because y'all be pulling people's hearts out, and I need to understand what's going on with that. Like, y'all need some hugs. Like, we were just in San Diego. I should have found y'all and hugged both of you, because I feel like there's something going on, because y'all just know how to just twist the knife on a player's heart. Like, for real. Just, I need to understand what's going on. Y'all have to talk about it. Hit me up, something. Call me if you need to. Because, yeah, there's a thing that happens at the end of that. That's not okay. That's not okay.
Oddly enough, in Bone Parish,
yeah,
Cullen's other book this week, something kind of like that happens at the end of this one too.
What, dude?
It's a story about a family business.
Okay.
They're selling a drug that basically puts you in a mental place where you're like remembering and feeling things and experiencing things that a person before you did, using the bones of dead people.
Okay.
So you experience that person, that person.
That sounds like a horrible plan.
Yeah, nothing can go wrong from
here. I mean, yeah, that absolutely sounds like not the place I want to be.
Yeah. So it's got definitely got some dark supernatural horror aspects to it. But I'm wondering if it's going to go like a more crime kind of thing, because someone wants to buy their business.
Okay.
And they make some pretty good points, and I'm like, ooh, some different things could happen. But I'll let you read that sequence a little bit later, where like fudge sickles, like that. It's so sad what actually is happening in that sequence. But yeah, really solid.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
That's like,
when that's gone, it's gone.
I mean, what a.
Yeah.
You talk about holding on.
Right. Right. That's both sweet and romantic and
horrid all at the same time.
Yeah.
Colin, man. Hugs, dude. I got you. Speaking of hugs, Hit Girl, issue 6.
Lemire, Risso.
Canada 2 of 4. First of all, where we ended this issue, Sweet Mindy was, or where we ended the first issue of it, Sweet Mindy had her leg trapped in a bear trap with a bear coming.
Yeah.
That's all kinds of suck. Yeah. Okay? Yeah. Like,
very little good comes from that situation.
Right. Like, it's not a happy time. Yeah. And literally I was like, I'm curious as to how she's going to fight her way out of this.
Yeah.
Like, I'm really curious. Now, the only thing that, like, I was like, okay, she's not going to lose her leg.
Yeah.
And the reason why I know that is because I've seen promo material for the next arc.
Yeah.
That's, like, literally the only reason why I know that, because if under the tutelage and control of Mark Miller, she could have lost her leg.
Yeah.
Like, that's a fact. Okay. Literally, it even could have been that when I see her later on, it's an artificial leg.
Yeah.
And
like, okay, that makes sense.
It just would have happened that way. This is probably one of those oddly sweet people die books.
Yeah.
It's so nice.
Yeah.
Romantic is the wrong word.
Yeah.
Because it's a child. But
there's something
I can't say wholesome either, because like there's
oddly
a lot of killing.
Yeah,
there we go. Heartwarming. That's the perfect word.
This sequence in the middle,
right?
You've got this sequence.
Yes.
Which,
man, that's
how close to what was what.
There's things here where I'm like, is this getting into a supernatural sort of place? And how interesting for that to be what's explored here. Like this has been such a gritty action noir-esque murder book.
Yeah.
For it to have any sort of spiritualness behind it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if anybody can do it, it's gonna be Jeff Lemire.
Of course.
He's
good
at that stuff.
He can dance on all kinds of different tunes, man, different beats. And this one is fantastic. Eddie Rizzo. Yeah. I thought I loved your work before. I knew
this
nothing.
Is a whole nother level.
I knew nothing. I knew absolutely nothing. I've been in love with his lines since 100 Bullets.
Oh yeah.
You were part of the reason why I bought the Wednesday comic big book.
Right.
Yeah, because it's Azarello Batman.
Yeah.
So this right here is just so good.
Top notch.
You tell such great stories visually. It's you're a master, like a literal master. I would fight a bear to get you at a Wizard World show. It'd have to be a small bear.
Like a koala?
Teddy bear is what I was thinking. Yeah, I was thinking more teddy bear.
Like from that movie where it's like the talking bear that sounds like Sex and the Farm?
No. That's a little too much. No. Like a Teddy Ruxpin, something I could take the batteries out of and still have a fighting chance. Like that's kind of where I'm going.
Oh,
but dude, such amazing work. This book, like literally, I held it back because I was like, we got in trouble last time we we reviewed a Mark book.
Yeah.
So we're trying to like make sure
it
doesn't hurt our viewership.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Just in case.
Yeah.
Be careful. Because obviously to say this title could be problematic for some people.
Yeah. Shocking concept.
Right. Dun, 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 dun. But this is phenomenal. I literally cannot wait for the full tour.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna be cool to like see all of it, but I can't wait to sit down and read all of it.
Yeah.
From start to finish and see where it goes. Because I think it has a crossover in the making, and I want that so bad. It's not even funny.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens there. As always, thank you guys for watching. If this is your first time checking us out, click the subscribe button.
Hit the bell.
That way you'll know.
Yep.
Every week we're here.
Yep.
Waiting on you, actually.
Yeah.
Like that's what it is.
Yeah, we're actually trapped in here.
Send food.
That I don't make a bet with a Stygian witch. Just don't.
It's a bad plan.
It's a bad call.
We're out of diapers. It's getting sticky.
Yeah. Pudding.